With the announcement of the Shadow Throne being just yesterday, of course, of recording this video, I kind of wanted to talk about it and really talk about what it needs to happen in this map to really bring World War II zombies back to the forefront of people's attention, because right now I think it's very obvious to most people, but it's slowly falling away into irrelevance, and they really need to do something to bring it up just to people's attention for they could at least be aware of it being a thing, because it just seems more and more people are slowly forgetting it, and that's obviously a bad thing for any video game or any Call of Duty video game. So they really need to do something to really fix this and just bring it back to people's forefront attention. But with that said, let's actually jump into this video. So I just want to mention two things that are kind of nitpicky and just things that would be nice, but I want them to have a PS4 theme, please. Every single other game had a PS4 theme. We had one for all the IW maps. Wait, actually not for Attack of the Radioactive theme, but most of them we had a PS4 theme. Black Ops 3 the same thing, but we haven't had a single zombies theme for any zombies map. Like, are you serious? Not one, not even for the Final Reich. No, they I just really hope they do that. Also, another thing, and this one's again really nitpicky, but I really want them to just have a logo for their map. You know how all the other maps did, like Attack the Radioactive thing, Zombies in Spaceland, they had all of their unique logo. Same thing with Horizon Rocket, Shadows of Evil, they all had their unique logo, but for some reason we don't get one for World War II zombies, and I think that, it's really nice to have. I don't think it's going to really increase the, I guess, how the map does, but it's cool to have, and I've always liked it. But with all that stuff out of the way, I want to talk about one kind of vague thing, and the reason I have this vague is because I'm not a game developer and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I just know that they need to do something here, and what I mean by that is that I think they need something new to come to this game. And a new perk would be nice, but not only a new perk, and I think they should do a new perk or something similar to that, but not only a new perk, they need something that is just new as a whole. They need something unique to this map. They just need something that's maybe not never done in zombies before, but just something that stands out, that really changes up the gameplay. And I know this one's really vague, but I can't really tell them how to do it. I can't tell you how to make something that we don't even know we want yet, but that's just what I think they need. They just need this in all of their games, because it just feels like there's not that much new in any of these maps before. They're all something we've done before in zombies for the most part, at least the bigger things in the maps. It just feels like there's always something, it's always something we've done before in the past. So I think they need something new, whether that has to do with the Easter egg, the boss fight, the actual gameplay, how you actually play the game, the wonder weapon. Just something needs to change, and it has to be new. Maybe even the map design or something that happens in the map. We just need something like that. But now I'm done with the vague and nitpicky things. Let me actually talk about some things I think they should actually do to increase just players' experience with the map. And one of those has to do with the difficulty of the map, and a lot of people may disagree with me, but I think they need their, what would you call it, noob friendly map. And what I mean by that is just make your map like, make it your Horizon Rocket, because everyone knows Horizon Rocket is a noob friendly map. Anybody could really play that and really experience it and all that good stuff. And same thing with the boss fight, make the boss fight easier. And the reason I say this is because they don't have a noob friendly map that will draw new people to the game yet. I know they do have the Final Reich, and they have the watered down version of the Easter egg, but I don't think that's good enough. I think that they need this map that is easier and more people could do, because I just want people who are new to the game to be able to experience the game the map to its max capacity. I've always thought that was so important to a zombies map, to make sure everybody can experience it all the way. And I'm not saying they should have every zombies map like this, but it's a really good idea to have your noob friendly maps where you can bring new players in, and then after they get good at at the normal easy zombies, then they could explore the other zombies maps and just try out those ones. I think that is really important, and it was very obvious to Treyarch and Infinity Ward. They both had their noob friendly maps which were pretty successful. Raven the Redwoods and Horizon Rocket, I'd say, was pretty successful maps. So I just think you need something that's going to let people actually play the map easier and actually experience the map easier, just for they can experience everything in the map, and that would include the Easter egg and the boss fight. I just think you need an easier map here. And I think that is a very important thing for every zombies game, just to have that map that anybody can really play and play to its max capacity. The next thing I want to talk about is I think this map needs to be, I guess, I don't know exactly the right word to say here, but I'm just going to say flashy. And what I mean by that is have your map kind of like, I would say, Garage Crovy, because Garage Crovy had huge things, big flashy things. You had giant robots, you had giant dragons in the air, you had the destroyed city, just this really flashy map. And I think they need that in their game, because oh my gosh, like the two previous maps, especially the Darkest Shore was anything but flashy, and the Final Reich was just a normal zombies map. It wasn't flashy, but it wasn't too you guys know what I'm talking about. But I think they need their maps that's just going to be flashy, that's going to draw people's attention to it, because what can you really say stands out in the Darkest Shore and the Final Reich? You have a weird looking thing at the end for the boss fight. I think they need something big, because like with Garage Crovy or even the Rising Rocky, you said there's a keeper boss fight, and even if you don't know what the keeper is, a humongous keeper boss fight or a dragon boss fight or a mecha boss fight, just these things draw people's attention. They hear what's going on here, they want to try it out. And I've had this experience with myself, and I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard this. Like when you guys heard there was a keeper boss fight in the Rising Rocky, then I'm sure you guys were really excited for it, because what is that? It's just really cool. And I think they need something like that, just to make it flashy to draw people's attention. Another thing that I think they should add in, and this really should just be to all of their maps, and I really think that this needs to come in an update for the two past maps that have came out, but I think this map has to be solo friendly, because my gosh, the past two maps have been hell to you solo players. So I don't care if this Easter egg's difficult, you figure it out yourself. And I hate that. Like, these Easter eggs are so ridiculous for solo. These escort steps, and you have to craft all the Tesla guns, just so bad for solo. They really need to stop doing that, and they need to make it more solo friendly, because I mainly play solo, and I honestly prefer, I can't say actually I prefer, actually I kind of do prefer, it doesn't really matter too much, but I like playing on solo a lot, and that's how I mainly play. And if I can't play it to solo to its full extent, it just kills it for me, because I mainly play solo, and it's just like, oh, come on, I can't even do this Easter egg. And if I try to do the Easter egg with the other maps, the Final Reich, it's all like I have to do every single one, and that's just not fun to me. I don't like that. It's just, I just don't like it. It really needs to be solo friendly. The next thing I want to talk about is the wonder weapon itself. I do think they need their good flashy wonder weapon. They need something like the staffs or the bows. Not like in the variants, I don't mean by that. Like, you just have one of your wonder weapons, but you need one that's like really flashy, like just how the bows stand out and how good they are. You need something like that. For multiple reasons, really, just because you need your overpowered wonder weapon. Every zombies game has them, and everybody loves overpowered wonder weapons. Why do you think people love the bows and the whatever it's called, the staffs, compared to something like the one wonder weapon from Attack of the Radioactive Thing? Who's going to remember that thing? Nobody will, but they're going to remember yourself the really good and overpowered ones. I think they need one like that in this map, and it would work perfect because it makes the game easier. And of course, like I said, you need your noob friendly map. And another reason why this wonder weapon is so important, and this kind of leads into my other idea, is that this thing needs to be high rounds friendly, because oh my gosh, do I hate trying to go for high rounds on this game. I just can't stand it. Oh my gosh, the Final Reich is it's not good, but it's kind of bad too. I don't like going for high rounds there. I've tried before, I just get so sick of it so fast, and especially the Darkest Shore. Please do not do that again. I really need a map that I'm willing to go for high rounds on, and given there's not a lot of maps I personally am willing to, but there's a lot of maps people are also, well, I guess what's the right way to word this, but other people besides myself are willing to go for high rounds, just people who normally do. But I've heard a lot of people, especially on the Reddit, just complain that they don't even want to go for high rounds because how ridiculous it is, or how it's just not fun to do. It's It's just such a pain. I think traps is the best way for you to go to high rounds on this game, and I agree that it is ridiculous. Nobody wants to be doing that anymore. Maybe back in World at War that was okay, but not anymore. You want your wonder weapons that are going to take you to these high rounds, and of course this plays into why the wonder weapon has to be good inside this map. And that's about it for all the main things I want to talk about. Now, there are some story things I want to touch on, but I can't really say too much because it's hard for me to recommend for them what to do with this story, because I just can't really tell you that much, because people were suggesting that since this map was called the Shadow Throne, maybe we are going to be seeing more stuff for Barbarossa, which would be nice, but I really do think that they need to do something with the story big. They need to have something in the story that really stands out. And you could do that through relating with gameplay. So maybe through the boss fight, you could have something that really relates to the story. Like, I don't know, like how they had the Keeper in the Rise of the Rocket. I think that would work really well. But you don't only have to do it that way. Do especially the cutscene. Please do not do the cutscene thing that you've been doing so far. The cutscenes suck. They are not good at all. They don't gauge my interest in the story at all. You need something to happen in both the intro and outro cutscenes, or at least one of them. If I had to prefer one, I'd say the outro cutscene. Please have something big happen there. Nobody's interested in the story, because the main way we get the story is through the cutscenes, and if the cutscenes are trash, nobody's going to care about the story. And I think that's what really scares people away from the story, because they see the cutscene and see how ridiculous they are, and you're just like, okay, that was awful. Especially, oh my gosh, I cannot get over how bad the ending cutscene to, what's it called, the Darkest Shore was. It's just so bad, and just please don't do that again. Actually add story in these cutscenes. Anyways, that's about it for me. Tell me what you guys think about all my suggestions here. Do you think there's something they should do, shouldn't do, or just tell me your ideas on what they should and shouldn't do for these maps, and just to make it a better experience for everybody. But if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and do all the normal YouTube stuff. Go ahead, like, subscribe, bell, share, watch the video multiple times over. If you feel like it, make multiple accounts to subscribe to me and like all my videos with those accounts also. Actually, don't do that, you'll get me in trouble. But I'm gonna go, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.